little bit of impromptu today. Couldn't seem to get it going on Instagram while I was also doing it on Facebook. So we'll see how all that works out. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Awaken with the Dragons. This theme that we're on today, because each Monday I'm given a theme, we have a theme to go through, which is like the conscious awakening. And this theme this week is more about as you put something into creation, as you want something to happen, so what's blocking you will always come up and slap you in the face. And this has been my whole experience, and this is definitely what I unravel for other people as well. So if it's to do with weight, or if it's to do with getting into a healthy body, or if it's to getting into a healthy relationship, or building your business, so often, like 99% of the time, what we're focusing on is the problem. So we are recreating the problem over and over and over again because we keep looking at the problem. So you will get what you focus on, you will get what you think about. And this is part of the whole journey that the dragons want you to know about as well. And this is really the exciting bit when we find out that you get it. You see what you've been doing. You understand that you've been putting a lot in your own way, and the only person in your own way is you. So today we're on Awaken with the Dragons, and every Monday we pick 4 cards so that you can go ahead and start making some changes. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to work. Anyway, not to worry. Now, I'm all about creation, and I talk about that in the terms of practical magic. That means that you take back your power. You have the power. You're breaking through and you're doing something differently. You're doing something in a different way. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. We all know that phrase. So the dragons are always here to help us, just show us what it is that we're keeping on doing in the same way. And they're always inviting us to remember who we are, to come back to this band of women across the globe who are here to do things extraordinarily different than the generations before. Now, I have these cards that they put together with me, basically through the interviews that I did with them. There's 8 dragons. 5, 6, 7, 8. How many fingers am I holding up? How drunk are we? So we have 8 dragons, and each dragon has 8 messages that they want to relay to you. So the cards, the 64 of the cards, and each dragon has a particular way of delivering their message. They have a particular essence. And it's interesting. What I might do today is, as I introduce you to the dragons, I might also then introduce you to their essence. Ooh, that's exciting, isn't it? So who have we got today as far as the dragons go? We have got, the first one is Utopia. The second one is Lunar Ray. And I shall introduce you to all of those. Ceremony and the wonderful Sovereign. Now, when the dragons come through to me and when they speak to me, they come through in their essence. They come through not with words, they come through in feelings, and it's a deciphering of those feelings, much like when I'm a body whisperer. I'm deciphering the feelings that I get. So if I'm talking to someone, I'm like, oh, I can feel it. I can feel it here. Can you feel that? So my job is to help you see what you haven't seen before. This is the vision from source, because they're speaking from source to you, giving you your overall vision, giving you what you come here for, reminding you why you're here. So exciting. Right, Utopia then is probably one of the final dragons in the whole process that has introduced herself to me in this 8-step process. Utopia is kind of the end result that you're looking for. If you want to call it enlightened, if you want to call it you've come to the edge of the rainbow and you're in flight. Utopia came to me on a very, very hot, sunny day, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. She's not going to land and introduce herself. She's just always hovering. She never comes back and lands on the earth in the same way again. So if you can get the analogy of that, it's like you lift off and it's just you see through the eyes of your soul. You never come back being who you were before. You're always enlightened. You've always lifted off. You never put your feet exactly back in the same place again. In fact, Utopia never puts her feet on the ground. She's always in flight, because you are of the world, but you're not on the world, or you're of the world, but you're not on the world. However you want to see that is really her message. And her message, if I can portray that and transfer that over to you in her essence, she's so joyful. She's so free. She's lifted off of the burdens of the mundane obligations of being human. You are back knowing your spirit form. And this is the whole point. This is the whole goal. The wise woman, the crone, ascended. Remember who you are as a powerful creator. When the desire dies, the illusion ends. The ignorance vanishes, just like the night, and the sun of the enlightened shines. It shines, shines, shines through. And having understood the world as it is, like the Buddha in his perfected wisdom, is never to be born again. Craving and destructive desire has been completely eradicated from you. So remember, a few weeks ago we were on the theme of zero tolerance. So this is when I'm just not going to think that way anymore. I'm not going to allow that in. This is Utopia. She's bathed in the brilliant light of wisdom and truth. She's almost the perfect one. She's seeing through the eyes of the soul. And she really wants you to get this whole journey, this whole understanding that you can still live here. You can still live on the land. It's not like you die. It's you just lift off it. It's like, is that the best you can do? I'm not going to worry about that anymore, because I am supported. I know who I am, and I know how things work. This is Utopia. So to do with the message that we are sending out today about breaking through. So when you're creating something, what comes up for you are all the things that won't allow you to break through. When you're trying to create your huge, fantastic, sexy, nothing tastes as good as sexy feels body, being in the best state of yourself physically, what you come up against are cravings, entertainment, food, binging, all the habits that you normally go through. So to break through those, you have to be able to understand, what thoughts are you having? What emotions are you having? What am I needing to break out of this habit of doing that? If you're wanting to create this, super fantastic love affair, what do you need to break through? What's going to come up in front of you is all your irritating and all your criticisms and all your disappointments. All those are going to come up, and you're going to be asked to break through those as well. This is the theme for the week. So if it's been a little bit tough, maybe just look at what you wanted to create and keep focusing on what you want to create, and just notice what keeps coming up and bugging you, because that is exactly what's in your subconscious. That is exactly what's on the belief system that you need to start looking at differently. I do the whole process, like a 6-month process, to take you through all the beliefs that are getting in the way of you actually creating what you came here to create. Whether it's your business, I help you to understand what you're here for, and I'm doing that in the 30-day challenge that I'm going to be doing starting on the 15th of November, which is going to be awesome, because you get to meet your soul and you get to have the vision that I see when I do a vision source reading for you as well. You get to live it and breathe it and see it for yourself. And of course, once you see it for yourself, you're going to go, oh, I know now. I know why I'm here. So, Utopia, which is the card that you want me to read? 3 keeps coming up. so that we can talk about breaking through. Beyond love and what we know as love. This is what Utopia wants you to feel in your heart. So just latch onto your heart, feel into your heart the best love experience that you've ever felt, and just know that there's so much more than that. There is an expansion beyond love. It's not necessary for the majority of the population to know about this, but the more the population have the ability and are able to step more into the frequency of love, the more you want to know about love, then there will be a massive transformation on the planetal vibration. For those of you who want to know what's beyond love, it's a feeling of mass expansion, connectedness to every single particle of the world, from every single particle of you, connected to being able to love everything and everyone. This is the state you might decide to call bliss, which is a word that already exists. The feeling is being in awe, in wonder, like a childlike state, that you would just be, these are kind of words that would be adequate to describe what this feels like. They are descriptive words, but they're trying to get you to understand what's way beyond love. Enlightened feeling, in this bliss feeling, in awe, in wonder. There is a feeling that goes with this in the human body that's quite heavy. It's very fulfilling, very expansive. It's so really difficult to contain, difficult to understand. It's mind-blowing. It's almost like being an enlightened being, as you imagine Buddha or Jesus have been, who were just in love and accepting the whole time. At the same time, there is this weightlessness feeling. It's a state that you can cross over in your vibration and walk into other dimensions, interspecies communication. It's when you are able to be and see across the different light spectrums. It's almost being able to feel across the different vibrations and spectrums as well. You're like a ninja. You know what's going on over there. You know it's got nothing to do with you, but you can just see. You see through the eyes of the soul, and you feel through the heart of your soul as well. You just understand everything that's going on around you. To know bliss is beyond love. And I only have an image of it, and I can't necessarily give you the words that describe it, as words are such a basic and Neanderthal language, unable to describe such an experience because it creates a feeling in the body. This is why they asked me today to see if I could pass over to you, if you're open and receptive, what the essence is of the dragons as I'm speaking to you. Beyond love is where everything you can imagine is brighter, more colourful. Start feeling it. Intense details and colour. There is an easier sense of what's around you, more flow and a rolling feeling, and you're really being used as a channel, as a conduit for energy, as you are connected from head to toe between the heavens and earth. Tethered to the heavens and earth, your visions are not an earthly vision. It is that you can almost see as another dimensional being. You see into, through and around, across the light spectrums, and you hear across the wider bandwidth, and you see with new eyes, and you hear with new ears. You feel different frequencies in your body. All your senses are heightened, and this makes you so totally happy and complete, compassionate. You are on the world as you know it, but not of the world, if that makes sense to you. You are being otherworldly. You are being, in other words, spirit. You're being soul. The state of bliss is what we attribute to enlightened and awakened masters. You are awakening with the dragons. This is the ultimate goal, the ultimate journey to be on the world as you know it, but not of the world. This was your message from Utopia today. She is the golden dragon, the gold dragon today with the blue eye. She's looking into your world And if you've chosen her, or even if you haven't chosen her, if you're just listening to this whole broadcast, then that is what that is all about. Just taking you into the different realms, into different spectrums, and appreciating it all. Love that. Now then, Utopia said to read card number 3 to do with this theme that we're on today. And her card was number 59. And I hope you got an essence of what she was sending to you through my voice and through this whole broadcast. It's just, you're on the world, but you're not of the world. There is a feeling that goes with that. You've lifted off. You've not lifted off like a rocket. You're just hovering. You've just lifted off all the burdens. And I'm sending that. I'm sending that as I'm talking to you. So please let me know if you're picking up something. And if not, then let me help you try and fill in and pick up on this sensual side, on the feeling side, because the dragons really are here to help you feel, so that you can feel into what's going on around you rather than taking everything at face value. Thank you, Utopia. Thank you for being with us today, Utopia. You really are on the other side of the rainbow. This is breaking through to the other side. So the theme today is about when you set something into creation. It's not looking at the form of the thing. So as a spirit, you'll be looking at the big picture. You'll be looking at what it feels like to be a speaker on stage, to write awesome, incredible, inspirational books. You'll be looking to, change the lives of millions. That's the end goal. That's the end result that you're creating. But if you're focused on lack of money, or if you're focused on not having the relationship you want, or not loved, or those are the things we need to break you through. And this is the path that the dragons take you on. In other words, awakening. What are you awakening to? What have I been holding in my thoughts, in my beliefs, and what have I been playing out all these years? This is exactly where we're up to. Now, beautiful, beautiful Luna Ray. She is a pearlescent dragon. She's basically here to talk to you and to help you to feel. Luna Ray, here you are. Are you seeking a feeling of what you believe you lack, or feeling you've never really experienced? Maybe it's one of love or joy or wealth or fun or belonging or success. But it's the experience of the feeling that will allow the feeling that you desire to land. So it's the frequency of it. It's how you feel it. To feel it arrive and be delivered just because it matches you, we're able to conjure up in your creative imagination note for musical note. So Luna Ray is helping you to get into the feeling, into the essence, into the sensuality of the thing that you are going to create. How can you see it? How can you feel it? How are you walking through that day? Luna Ray is all about that. So Luna Ray, we're asking which card would be appropriate. Before I even ask, she's given me the number 2. Because we're looking at the more we create, the more blocks and all these stops come up in front of us, all the beliefs that we've got, we stand in our own way, basically. So she said card number 2. Let's have a look. Beautiful. So Luna Ray today is talking to us about intensifying, amplifying our feelings. And if you don't know me already, my name is Fiona Robertson, and I did some channeling with the dragons probably about a year ago, 2 years ago now. I'm writing a book about it. I'm making these 64 cards that they've got coming through. 8 dragons, 8 messages per card, 64 cards. It's about awakening. It's about seeing what's holding you back, seeing how you're standing in your own way if you're trying to create something. So, if it's create a new house, sell a car, run a business, get that relationship that you always wanted, where are you standing in your own way? This is what the dragons are all about, and what they downloaded to me about how to go through the process in a very colourful, sensual, feeling way. Card number 2, which is card number 26 in the whole 64 Awaken with the Dragons. Amplify and intensify feelings. You will make more of an impact with your energetic state when you express yourself out loud, when you turn up the volume. There is value in writing down your creations. However, there is a more powerful way that exists and the creation to come into fruition, because it ramps up and charges up your energy. Expressing it out loud is 10 times more powerful. What is it that you are wanting to create? Let me hear what you want to create, and I will just tune in and see where that is all coming from. Is it coming from a sense of lack, a sense of being a victim, or the sense of you've got it all, you are right on point? Keep doing that. And this is what this 30-day challenge is all about as well. You can certainly journal it out as your perfect experience of your ideal situation when it's resolved, but when it's spoken out loud, the energy changes. It's more exuberant, it's more playful, it's more fun, and it's more spontaneous and powerful. You can do it as an experience of your perfect day, so you can write it out every single day. After a while, that becomes a little bit dull. How you want to feel, what you're going to wear, who you're going to meet for lunch, where you're going to go in the afternoon, what are you going to do in the evening. But if it's an additional power you want for that, if you want to turbo boost it, you want to speak it out loud. Speak of your specific plan or project. You can say it out loud. You can say it out loud every single day. And I do this when I'm in my car. Playfully, spontaneously, allow to come what comes. And one day, why not record yourself talking about it? And that you can absolutely just find that fantastic fun and enjoyment and listen to that recording over and over and over again. It doesn't have to be perfect, ladies. It just has to be done out loud. So you may say something out loud and it holds more power. When you write things down, it holds more power than when you think about it. And when you think about it, it holds more power than when you don't focus on something at all. Focus really is interesting here. The reason it holds more power is because you are more laser focused on what it is that you want to be delivered, what you want to receive, and what it is that you really, really want. You'll correct yourself all the time when you're talking. You go, no, I think I can do better than that. You are in living and breathing of it when you stand and deliver your playful rendition of your creation. And again, this is what I do in the 30-day challenge. I ask you to stand up and I ask you to talk about it out loud. What is it that you're delivering? Because if you're not focused on it, it's never going to arrive. Believe me, I've known about this for a long time, and then still I don't do it. It goes from a flat, soulless energy to a living heartbeat. It's alive and a living thing. You've injected life into your creation, and so it wants to be alive and it wants to be in physical form with you. It wants to come and play with you. You can enjoy this and it can enjoy you. Imagine it as having the energy of a puppy, and it wants to be with you as much as you want to be with it. Everything, your business, your relationships have a consciousness. They have energy. And by you putting something into creation with your voice or journaling it out or even thinking and focusing on it, you give it life. And by Jove, when you put a creation out there, you will always, always be shown what is also in your beliefs or what you think is possible, or where you're holding yourself back. It will always come up, whatever you are ready to create. We have next the wonderful Ceremony. Ceremony is the rainbow dragon. Now the rainbow dragon represents that you've been through all the different colours of the rainbow. You've gone through all these different steps and stages, and now you've done that. We're celebrating. We're standing at the edge of the rainbow. We're ready to fly off into utopia. There's an order to this. But you're under the rainbow and you're like, God, all this that I've been through, I can see it now. I see who I am. I see what I was doing. Just doesn't exist anymore. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. Zero tolerance. We're letting go of all the stuff that was holding us back. The essence of the rainbow dragon is really about the celebration. It's really about, wow, wow, let's celebrate. Let's just look at exactly what it is that we've done, how long it's taken us, and all the steps and all the unraveling that we've done. This is incredible. So well done. We're really here to master this. And this is what ceremony is all about. Breaking through the rainbow to the other side. There's like a film inside the rainbow, and you actually, when you go through the rainbow, when you go through all these processes of the 8 dragons, you're breaking through every single time. And when you get to the last one, when you get to sort of ceremony, you're on the edge of the rainbow, you're about to break into the other side of the doorway where there's possibly no ground, hence why utopia never lands on the ground, and you step in there and you're floating. This is such a beautiful, beautiful experience. I would love everyone to feel this, the whole journey of what it feels like when you step through, when you get rid of all the stuff that's holding you back. Ceremony, which card would you like me to read to do with breaking through, getting to the other side of the rainbow? There's a lovely song about Fleetwood Mac that comes through there. She keeps saying 6, so let's see what 6 is about. Full spectrum. Okay. If you chose 6 today, this is what it's all about for you. 6 is also card number 54 in the full deck. Full spectrum of feelings available. It's so tempting to view life and believe that all we see and all we feel is all that there is. There is a full spectrum of feelings available to you, and you've only accessed, a very limited spectrum. Imagine the light spectrum, some of which you can see and understand with your limited visible spectrum, of the light that surrounds us all the time. Different species can see into the expanded spectrum of light. This is very similar to Luna Ray and what she was saying there as well. So this is very similar to what we were saying about Luna Ray as well, about this different spectrum of light, this different spectrum of knowing. Now consider that you are only experiencing the emotions and feelings that you feel comfortable with, and your brain can compute from all your prior experiences. So this is full spectrum. You are being asked to step out of your current limited emotional and sensing spectrum. This is you breaking through. This is you doing something different, and start working your way into a broader spectrum where there is more color, more sensations, and that you feel consciously more and more comfortable, where you feel safe and familiar. At some point, the feelings that you lived and swam in and have triggered you previously to respond in certain ways won't be something that even touches you anymore. You are observing and sensing them as pure energy, and you see them that they are normal. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that is not for you to personally react to. It's like it just touches you and you're, all right, I get it, but you don't need it to go in below your skin. In fact, you don't need it to go in via your aura. You can just let that flow through you. You can just let that pass. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that you do not, that's not for you to personally to react to. You see and feel in a different way. Remember, you see and feel in a different way. You're not reacting to what's going on around you. You are conscious. You are free. You're finding it easier and easier to distinguish and understand. You are exploring expanded senses. You're exploring into your 5th sense, your 6th sense, even your 7th sense. You're becoming very intuitive and such a wise woman. The vibration feel of your feelings and emotions can be played with like an instrument would be played. The lower scales are the lower, denser, heavier vibrational frequencies of feelings. You will clearly recognize those and be familiar with those. You will need to know and be acutely aware of them because you are in them and surrounded by them all day long, and they emanate from your environment and the people around you. As a sensitive being, because you now are, you have the aim of being surrounded by them and not being affected and influenced by them, so that you are housed in your higher vibration with a neutral observing state, watching from a safe place and always working to a higher vibrational self. It's good to be able to be neutral and not get dragged into dramas and the experience of those around you. You have successfully worked your way up to the first sacred home and feel safe in that vibration. There's an opening and a growing and a wider view, receiving vibration, which comes through love. Oh, we're right back to love again. Love is understanding, and it is the vibration that opens the receiving. And there is so much more to experience that is way beyond love. Thank you, Luna Ray, for marrying that all up for us. There are so many different shades of love, the experience of love, the joy, the fun, the pleasure, and the exuberance. From your safe place, within what ceremony wants to teach you, from under the rainbow, everything that you've gone through, everything that you've experienced so far, from your safe place and the territory that you have created for yourself, you can safely aim higher and wider than before. When you have a full spectrum of your feelings, you will begin to be able to understand the shades and nuances of another, and you'll be able to understand the satisfaction that you seek, and so many more feelings that don't even have names yet. Go beyond the visible, go into infrared, go into ultraviolet, and so it goes on. See through the eyes of your soul. Go beyond what you feel and know today and explore what more there could be. Engage all of your spectrum. Do not limit yourself in what you believe, what you see to be true. This is such an invitation to allow you to go further, deeper, wider. You have so many more experience to be had. You've not lived your whole life yet. Dragon number 4 is sovereign. And in this theme that we're on today, which is all about breaking through to the other side, you have to know that when you put something out there, when you say you want something, when you say you're going for it, when you say I've decided I'm 100% on board, be sure, there is a guarantee, that what happens next is that you will be shown what's standing in your way. And this is the spell that you have to break. This is what you have to break through. This is what you have to keep on going, like Dora from Nemo. Keep on swimming, keep on swimming, keep on swimming, because this is what you need to break through. You need to be doing something on a different level, in a different way. This is breaking the spell, breaking through to the other side. The purple dragon number 4, today with a rainbow eye as well, is really about you knowing who you are as a soul, really being in touch with who you are, feeling safe as who you are, and the energy of sovereign. I hope you can pick it up. If I explain it as just being tethered between the heavens and the earth, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Being tethered, feeling strong, feeling worthy, feeling your soul self, feeling sovereign, because that's her name, sovereign. Imagine feeling sovereign and using all your sovereignty in every single thing that you do. You deserve it. You are the sovereign. You can put your crown on and you walk in a different way. You talk in a different way. And this is when you're using and you're being your soul self to help you with your creation. And this is what the 30-day challenge is all about as well. Stepping into your sovereign self, embodying your sovereign self. Now, before I even asked, she gave me card number 7. So I'm just going to ask again about breaking through, which would be the best card to read. Again, she's coming up with 7. Okay, so this is a note worth explaining that comes through from Sovereign. It has never been done before that humanity evolves in such a way to be connected and seeing as their soul, while still in a flesh and bones physical body, living a day-to-day life. This is why previous evolved humans had the need to isolate themselves for a certain amount of time in order to experience and get acquainted with this high level of vibration. Imagine being that high that you know that you're not, that you're on the world, but you're not of the world. That's the vibration we're talking about. That's the way to see the world, through the eyes of your soul. Your energy is everything. Attend to your energetic state first. So, with a tickly nose, let's look for card number 7 and see what card number 7 has to say to us today. Ooh, nice. When you create something, when you break through to the other side, I hope you realize that you can ask. You can ask your soul. You can ask your soul. And again, this is what the 30-day challenge is about. It's like communication with your soul. How do you communicate with your soul? And this is what number 7 from Sovereign, card number 39 in the whole deck, and again a tickly nose. Just ask for the energy that you need. Ask for whatever it is that you need. And again, we know this, some of us, and we still don't use it as, we still don't allow ourselves to really step into that. Oh, am I allowed to ask for that much? And I've written about this in when I've ordered houses, you know, number of bedrooms, flat garden, cyclable to the beach. The boys have their own separate section with their bathroom. It needs to be in this vicinity, this location, which is way beyond our price range. But this is the price we have. This is what we're willing to pay. Then I wanted it to be a house that was already decorated, that we could just step into, and we could rent it out for the summer and, you know, earn 8 grand back. You can ask. You can keep on asking, and you can ask for more and more and more. I'm getting a bit thirsty, so I'm just going to pour myself a little water there. Anyway, today we're all about, Sovereign is just showing us how much we can ask for, and they're always asking me, just keep on asking, but it's your focus and how you ask for it as well. Okay. Emerging from being unaware, you will be faced with situations that you will now know that you can just ask. You can ask, they keep saying to me. Ask for anything and you will be answered. There will be a conflict happening and you will need a lot of energy to navigate that successfully, so you can ask. You will need energy to make your mind stronger and your thoughts clearer, not so that you can win the conflict, but so that you can understand and you can both get the best out of the situation. And that can take a lot of energy, but just ask. So asking for the exact energy needed could be really helpful, so that you can have a clear focus to see it from a different perspective, to take it from an energetic point of view, rather than a battle to be won or lost. For example, I, Fiona, but put your own name in there, I don't need to be receiving what you want, am requesting that this conflict be resolved for the good of all, according to free will. I want to release all cause and effect, manifestation, form and essence of anything, including any idea or belief that this conflict is based on and now feeding on. There are so many different spells that I write out every day about my creations, but this is a nice way to ask. When I was decorating or building the wall in the summer with massive heat, I was asking, please help me feel like that Egyptian working in the desert, and I can cope with this heat. And I was not nearly as suffering as I was the day before when I'd forgotten to ask. You can also ask if you have a long day ahead and if you're operating a car and you need to be alert and catch trains or travel, and you need a different kind of energy, long-lasting energy, to keep you alert and concentrated and keep your energy buffered from negative environments and people, because you are around so many different types of people with all of their negativity and all the worries and things that they're going through. Just ask. You have been given an opportunity to play now. The old ways are breaking down, of being obvious and unaware in any way, and the ways of living are certainly changing, if you like it or not. As soon as you start to use and understand and love the way that energy works, it becomes harder for you to use the old ways. And I put my hand up to that. It is so much harder to go back to trying to force things through. Not possible. So that is absolutely a true statement that you get over and over and over again. The structures, the planning, because you don't want to give it so much force and energy and effort. It's just doesn't work anymore. So there is a time when you're going to between one world and the other, and what is meant by your ability to create. By setting up your day energetically and taking care of your energy throughout the day. It is a continuously constant flow of narrations or questions or requests with your soul. The way of living you will find playful, and which is very different to setting up a plan, sticking to a plan, rewriting the plan, drawing out the plan again. Ask. I have asked so many things in my time, and I know I could still ask for more. And this is when so many of the creations come through. I'm asking for help. I'm, this is for the good of all, according to free will, and so it is. I choose to create the end result of ... Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask. The 30-day challenge that I keep talking about is here to really consciously help you ask the questions, to talk to your soul, to communicate with your soul, to really embody the sovereign that you are as the spirit, and to let go of all your beliefs that you're holding on your body, that this is only what can be achieved as a human being, because that is not the case. We are here to create. We are here to do great things. So let it be. I've been on now 42 minutes. My voice is going. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Please let me know what it is that you are creating, what you want to bring into the world, because it needs to be of your essence and not of just the matter. If the matter is there to solve a problem, you're only going to be creating more of that. So that's what I'm here for, to help you decipher, understand what's going on, so that you can break it all down. You can break the spell that you've been under. You can break the illusion and go for what it is that you really, really want without standing in your own way. Today, the theme was all about breaking through. So whatever it is that you're creating, be sure that when you're creating something wild, adventurous, awesome, fantastic, you are going to be faced with some of your biggest nemesises, with some of your biggest problems, with some of your biggest beliefs, and you are going to have to need to break through that and do something different. And that's why I run those retreats as well, which are basically a rite of passage, would allow you to break through and do something that you've never done before. So I take people on a fast and on a retreat. People like Tony Robbins, and I've certainly done it myself, do the fire walk, just to show you quite how powerful your focus and your mind is. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want a reading for your business, let me know. I do those. I do them on a monthly basis. Conscious Business Women, they're €640. And we do what is the vision that Source has for you. And then you can go ahead and ask more questions once you've originally heard that, and let that all land in and settle and ask some more questions. Lots and lots of love. Have a great week. It's Fiona here, wishing you a dragon-filled life.